Good evening friends. Again we are going to discuss about core and cladding losses. Core and cladding losses. These losses have different refractive index and different composition. They have different attenuation coefficients denoted as alpha 1 and alpha 2 respectively. The loss for a mode of order for a step index fiber alpha Vm is equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2. Alpha 1 denotes the core losses and alpha 2 denotes the cladding losses, where P is the total power losses in the mode VE. So P core by P comma P clad by P or fractional power in core and cladding for V comma M modes. Okay, V comma M modes, core and cladding losses. Okay. The loss for a mode of order V comma M for a step index fiber is alpha Vm is equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2. Alpha 1 and alpha 1 in sense P core by P, alpha 2 in sense P clad by P. And then we know that P core by P plus P clad by P is equal to 1. So P core by P is equal to 1 minus P clad by P. Therefore, alpha of Vm is equal to alpha 1 of P minus P clad by P plus alpha 2 of P clad by P. So then we are taking the alpha 1 common. Alpha 1 minus alpha 1 P clad by P plus alpha 2 of P clad by P. Here both clad by P clad by P. So here it is common. So we are taking the P clad by P as common and alpha 1 plus alpha 2 minus alpha 1. Okay. This is the core and cladding losses for alpha V comma Vm modes. The total loss in waveguide can be found by summing overall modes weighted by the fractional power in that mode. For the case of graded index fiber at a distance or from core axis, the loss is defined below. Alpha of R is equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2 minus alpha 1 into n square of 0 minus n square of R by n square of 0 minus n square of n2 square. Okay. Then dispersions. Next topic is dispersion. So dispersion is nothing but the thickened or broadened part of the transmitted light pulses as they travel along the channel. This mechanism is known as dispersion. This causes a pulse to overlap with the neighbor pulse. Okay, how this dispersion may occur in sense the two pulses may be overlap and they causes the dispersion. So signal distortion in optical waveguides. So signal distortions in optical waveguides. After certain amount of overlap has occurred, adjacent pulses can no longer be individually distinguished at the receiver and error will occur. So these two adjacent pulses will be overlapped means there should be no proper signal. So error will be occurred. This dispersive property determines the limit of the information capacity of the fiber, which can be specified by bandwidth distance product in megahertz into kilometers. So this is the how the adjacent pulses may be overlapped and the broadened part is formed. Okay, how the broadened part is formed. Broadened part in sense dispersions will be formed. Okay, so see the figure how the pulses at time 1, time 2 and time 3. Due to time intervals, how these pulses may be broadened due to the overlapping of the neighboring pulses. Okay, next information capacity determination. So how can we determine the information capacity? So as a result of dispersion, the dispersive property determines the information capacity of the fiber. This information capacity bandwidth distance product megahertz into kilometers. So how here in this broadening of pulses mainly we are occurring the errors. So for these errors we are limiting the information capacity. We are limiting the information capacity in sense we are limiting the bandwidth. So by limiting the bandwidth product we can limit the information capacity. For step index fibers, information capacity is limited to 20 megahertz kilometers. For GIF, the property selecting refractive index 2.5 gigahertz kilometers. So SMF is a single mode fibers. It has higher capacity than GIF. So this is the figure how we can comparison the attenuation with respect to frequency. Okay, see the figures how multimode graded fibers and single mode graded fibers varies with according to the frequency. Next, group delay. So what is the group delay? The modulated optical signal excites all modes equally at the input end of the fiber. Okay, at the input end all the modes will be excited equally, but at the receiver end the pulses will be received individually. Okay, individually, one after the another pulse. So each mode carries an equal amount of energy through the fiber. Each mode contains all the spectral components in the wavelength band over which the source emits. Okay, so what is the group delay? At the input side we have all the input pulses, they are equally excited into the optical fiber, but at the receiver end one after the another pulses will be received. Okay, as the signal propagates along the fiber, each spectral component can be assumed to travel independently and to undergo a time delay or group delay per unit length in the direction of propagation, which is given by tau z by L. Tau z by L. So tau z in sense it denotes the group delay. Okay, 1 by Vg. So these equations will be defined 1 by C into delta B by delta K. We are differentiating the propagation constant with respect to the propagation constant in vacuum. Okay, so that's the equations are mentioned below. Okay, types of dispersions. So how these dispersions will be classified? Mainly intramodal dispersions, intermodal dispersions, polarization mode dispersions. Okay, these three are the dispersions occurred in these are the three dispersions. Okay, intramodal dispersions mainly occur due to material and waveguide dispersions. Intermodal dispersions may be considered as the overall dispersions. Okay, polarization mode dispersion determines the direction of the polarization of the modes, in which direction, vertical or horizontal directions. Okay, material dispersions. So material dispersion. So how these material dispersions occurred in intramodal dispersions? Okay, it occurs because of Ri varies as a function of optical wavelength, where spectral components of a given mode will travel at different speeds depends on wavelength. Material dispersion is an intramodal dispersion affecting single mode waveguide and LED. Okay, waveguide, single mode waveguide and LED systems, which has a broader output spectrum than a laser diode. Laser diode, when compared with laser diode, these material dispersion intramodal dispersions have the LED systems broadened output. Okay, so these are the equations classified mainly intramodal dispersions. Vg in sense group velocity. So this is the derivation part. dB by d beta by d omega we are writing as d beta by d lambda into d lambda by d omega. We know that already omega is equal to 2 pi f. F in sense c by lambda. We are differentiating the omega with respect to lambda. So by we have differentiating the above equation, then the resultant will be like this. Okay. So d beta by d lambda we have already known, but we are differentiating d lambda by d omega 1 by 2 minus 1. Waveguide dispersions. So, what is waveguide dispersions? The effect of waveguide dispersions on pulse spreading can calculated by assuming refractive index of material is independent of wavelength. Consider the group delay in terms of normalized propagation constant B. Here B is equal to, we know that from normalized propagation constant effective refractive index, we know that and eta of efficiency is equal to beta by k, so that is considered as n1. So B is equal to n1 square minus n2 square by n1 square minus n2 square. Here we are writing the n1 is equal to beta by k. So beta by k we are substituting in the place of n1. So then beta by k minus n2 by n1 minus n2 is equal to, the above equation will be obtained. Okay. So then beta is equal to n2k into b delta plus 1. So here it is written as n2k b delta plus n2k. Okay. When a light pulse is launched into fiber, it is distributed among many guided modes. Okay, light pulse can be distributed over many guided modes inside the waveguide. These various modes arrive at the fiber end at different times depending on their group delay, so that a pulse spreading may result. For multi-mode fibers, the waveguide is very small compared with material dispersion and can be neglected. Waveguide dispersion can be of same order of magnitude as a material dispersion. Pulse spreading factor due to waveguide dispersion can be written as below. Okay. Sigma of Wg is equal to, the above equation will be written. Okay. Next, intermodal dispersions. Next, what is the topic? Intermodal dispersions. It is a result of different values of group delay for each individual mode at a single frequency. At a single frequency, each mode having different group delays. So that is considered as intermodal dispersions. Now we are considering a meridional ray in step index fiber. If mode number is high, consequently it lowers the axial group velocity. If the mode number is high, in sense the axial group velocity will be slow. This variation in group velocities of different modes results in a group delays paired or internal modal dispersions. Okay. Mainly these intermodal dispersions occur due to different group delays for each mode at single frequency. So these dispersions can be eliminated by single mode operations, but very important in multimode operations. The pulse broadening arises from intermodal dispersion is different between travel time of longest ray path and travel time minus shortest ray path's travel time. That is, sigma mode is equal to T max minus T minimum. Next, very important topic, that is polarization mode dispersions. How this polarization mode dispersion may be analyzed? Mainly in two directions. In which direction the mode can be propagated? Either it may be in the vertical direction or it may be in horizontal direction. Okay. It results from the fact that the light signal energy at a given wavelength in a single mode fiber occupies, you have already known, two orthogonal polarization states or two orthogonal polarization modes. First mode is determined as at the input of fiber. At the input of the fiber, two polarization modes are ready to be there. Since fiber material is not perfectly uniform throughout its length, okay, fiber material is not uniform, each polarization mode encounters slightly different refractive indices. Okay, due to the non-uniformity in structure, the polarization mode have different refractive indices. Therefore, each mode will travel at different velocities. Okay, the modes propagating with different phase velocities at different refractive index are called fiber birefringenesses. Okay, fiber birefringenesses. That is BF is equal to beta x minus beta y. Beta x means it denotes the propagation constants for slow mode, and beta y represents the fast propagation constants for fast mode respectively. Okay, the propagation distance for which a 2 pi phase difference accumulates between two modes. So 2 pi phase difference between two modes. Okay, the propagation distance should be 2 pi phase difference between two modes is denoted with the, or it is known as beat length. Okay, what is beat length? The propagation distance between two modes is 2 pi phase difference. Then it is known as beat length. LB is equal to, then LB is equal to lambda by beta f. So we know that already beta f is equal to beta x minus beta y. Then this equation will be written as 2 pi by beta x minus beta y. Okay. Polarization mode dispersions. How these polarized modes will be dispersed inside the optical fiber. Okay, initially the two modes will be aligned at the input side, but how these modes will be propagated inside the optical fiber, let's see this diagram. Okay, how the birefringeness along the fiber may be varied. Okay, may be varied. Initially in circular shape the two lines will be indicating, so they are rotating and they are propagating inside the optical fiber along with vertical and horizontal directions. Okay, next topic, overall dispersion. So what are overall dispersions? The overall dispersions may be occur in multimode fibers, comprises both intramodal and intermodal terms. So then it is denoted with sigma t is equal to sigma c square plus sigma n square whole power 1 by 2. Okay, sigma c is equal to what? Sigma c is equal to intramodal or chromatic broadening, and sigma n is equal to intermodal broadening. Okay, intermodal broadening. C denotes the chromatic broadening or intermodal broadening. So intramodal or chromatic broadening is same. Okay, so intramodal we are seeing the material and waveguide dispersions both. Sigma n is equal to intermodal dispersion, intermodal broadening. This is different. Okay. The pulse broadening in single mode fibers is solely due to intermodal dispersions, as only a single mode is allowed to propagate. Okay. The mechanisms giving intramodal dispersions in a single mode fiber tend to be interrelated in a complex manner. Interrelated in a complex manner. Okay, then we will see the next topic, mode coupling. Okay friends, then we will see next class, mode coupling. Okay.